I love making my own salad dressings, and I especially love when I can whip them up so quick and easy because they only need a few ingredients. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make a delicious, creamy lemon salad dressing. Welcome to the Salted Pepper, where we cook for real life using real food and we keep it real simple. Today we're gonna make one of my newest and most favorite salad dressings. It is a creamy lemon dressing. This dressing is so light, it's so flavorful, it pairs perfectly with any type of salad, and it also is good as a sauce, like over your chicken. So it's versatile as well. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is use my little cup for my blender. I'm using the Ninja Foodie blender. You can use any type of blender you want, or a food processor, or really you could mix it up by hand if you wanted to with a little whisk. It'd be perfectly fine. First thing I'm gonna do is zest one lemon. And I do that right into the cup because I try to keep the amount of things I have to clean to a minimum. In fact, when I'm not doing a video, I don't put any of that into a container. I dump it all straight in here. All right, so once you get your zest into your bowl there, or whatever you're using, you know, this is a blender cup, cut your lemon in half. And then I'm gonna use a citrus press just because it makes it so easy, but you could squeeze it with your hands, of course. And I'm gonna squeeze it into this bowl. I don't normally do that. I just use the juice from one lemon. But I wanted to just show you that these lemons are giving me about 3 tablespoons of juice. So if your lemon is a little drier than that, you may need 1.5 lemons, okay? But mine have been really juicy. Three tablespoons, there we go. All right, so throw that in. Then 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. Now you could use regular yogurt if you don't have Greek yogurt, but it's gonna be thinner, okay? In fact, I like to use my really super thick Greek yogurt, okay, in this recipe because it makes a really thick salad dressing. However, I only strained my Greek yogurt for a couple of hours and it's not quite as thick as I usually have it. So it's gonna be a little thinner of a salad dressing, but it's still gonna work. That is 1/2 cup. I'm gonna put in 1/4 teaspoon of fine grind sea salt. And then I like to sweeten the dressing with a tablespoon of sugar. You do not have to sweeten it, or you could use a sugar substitute, or you could try half of this. This is just my preference. It's the way that I like it. Then I start off with 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. This is 4, so I'm only gonna put in half. I put in a little more than half, no big deal. And then I put the lid on. Put it into the blender, and then I go on the highest speed, which on this blender is extract, and hit start. All right, once it's done, then I taste it to find out whether or not it needs any more oil. The reason why you might want to add some more oil is if the lemon flavor is just too acidic. And sometimes I've had to do that and sometimes I haven't. So let's see. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a little puckery. So there we go. Ooh, not necessary, but it's gonna be better with a little bit more oil in there. Okay, then I'm just gonna pulse it. So we'll turn this back on and just pulse. All right, that's all we need to do. Oh, I'm still thinking about how good that was. Oh my gosh. All right, now what I'm gonna do is put this lid on and put it into the refrigerator. What I'm noticing right away, because remember I told you I used a little bit thinner of a Greek yogurt, is that my salad dressing's a little thinner. Let's see what happens after I refrigerate it for 30 minutes. If I need to thicken this up, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that, okay? All right, let's see if this thickened up any while it sat in the refrigerator. If not, if it's not thick enough for me or for you, I'm gonna tell you a little secret on how to thicken up any dressing or any sauce. You know, it's still a little thin, okay? Would it work? Absolutely. But I like my salad dressing a little bit thicker. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use a little bit of oil, this is the same avocado oil, maybe a half of a teaspoon. And I'm gonna use xanthan gum. If you don't have xanthan gum, I really recommend that you pick it up. You can even buy it at Walmart these days. It is a wonderful thickening agent, especially for cold things, okay? Because cornstarch is a good thickener, but you have to heat it up. This will thicken cold or hot, okay? So it's perfect. However, we can't just add it here or it'll just sort of gel into one big clump. So what I'm gonna do is add about a quarter of a teaspoon. Go light on it, okay? You can always add more, but go light on it first because sometimes it'll thicken up real quick. Then make this into a little paste. And it's a little bit thinner than a paste. I really shouldn't say a paste. All right, once it's thin like that, we're gonna take this spoon out, pour it in. So it's thicker than an oil, obviously, because we added the thickener to oil, but it's not like a paste, so I really shouldn't have said that. Okay. Then get it back on your blender, turn your blender on, and just pulse it a few times. It starts to thicken immediately, but it will also thicken up more as it sits, okay? So let's take a look here. Let's see. So you don't want to add more until you give it a chance. It's already thicker. So you know what? I'm going to let this sit here for 5 minutes before I make a decision if we need to add a little bit more, but that is starting to look like a perfect salad dressing. So let's let it sit here. Meanwhile, let me go ahead and give it a taste. Oh my gosh. This is the best salad dressing, and it is gonna go perfectly on this quick and easy cold summer salad that I'm gonna tell you how to make in just a minute. So it's been about 5 minutes, and look at this. Look at how thick and creamy that is. So that is perfect. In fact, it's almost too thick. That quarter teaspoon. Now, if it gets to be too thick, which this might, it's gonna be perfect for what I'm gonna do right now. But like if I go to serve it tomorrow, you don't want it pudding consistency, right? So if it's too thick, obviously the next time use a little bit less xanthan gum, but you could just put in a little bit of milk in here, even a little water would be fine. Be careful that you don't add too much because you don't wanna dilute that lemon flavor. But anyway, I absolutely love using xanthan gum to thicken things, and it's flavorless, so you will never taste it in any recipe. All right, so let's make a really quick spinach and chickpea salad. And it is super easy. So what I have here is about 1 cup of spinach that I just cut into little pieces, about 2 tablespoons of feta cheese, 1 slice of red onion that I diced up, 1 cup of chickpeas, and then let's put in some dressing. So the thicker dressing is gonna work really nice with this salad. Maybe 2 tablespoons, toss it around. You could always season with salt or pepper, put black olives in it, put hard-boiled eggs in it. I mean, you could put chicken in it. I'm gonna make a recipe soon for chopped chicken salad that is just amazing. And I use some of these same ingredients. All right, there we go. Really quick and easy, healthy lunch. All right, let's go ahead and give it a taste with this delicious lemon dressing. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be perfect with this salad, I just know it. All right, here we go. Oh my God. Wow. It is so delicious. I mean, there's a strong lemon flavor, but it's not puckery like it was before we added the extra tablespoons of avocado oil. Little saltiness from the feta. And these chickpeas are al dente, so they are just a little bit on the crunchy side. In fact, if I was gonna make it again, I would probably use a little bit softer of a garbanzo bean because I pressure cook these myself, they're not canned. Simply amazing. So I was just talking to Jeff and saying, this has really got thick. And he says, it would make a good dip. And you know what? It would make a perfect dip for like fruit. Or if you mix this with whipped cream and then tossed fruit in it, oh my gosh, it would be delicious. I cannot tell you how good the salad dressing is. And if you thicken it too much like I did, enjoy it as a dip. There's so many different things you can do with it. Like I think it would be really great with strawberries, like dip your strawberries in there, or a strawberry salad with crunchy toasted nuts and spring mix. This would be amazing with it. So I hope you give it a try and cut down on the xanthan gum to only 1/8 of a teaspoon if you need to thicken it.